Hey guys, it's Todd. I got my notes like always. And you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and all that stuff. Okay? Now, before we start, I want to say that Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines are not like China. They are a completely different culture. The obligations and expectations are completely different than China. You know, China's like another u- universe compared to Thailand, the Philippines, or Vietnam. All right? Now, I got no video clips in this video, just me talking. Um, but I think what I have to say is important, and that's why I decided to make a video about it. I'm 60 years old, and what I'm about to say comes from personal experiences and decades of observations. You know, watching other people, talking to other people, seeing how the relationships de- de- developed over the last 40 years. I keep saying that some things are just universal. That doesn't matter the culture and the country or the nationality. Some things, no matter what, are just universal among people. Now, the videos I've been showing in the past, or like the past few months, have been about women in China. But women in the West or in the United States, like Canada and Europe, have all been saying the same stuff. So I keep saying that some things are just universal, no matter what the culture, the country, or the nationality. Now, in China, there is no feminism, and feminism is illegal in China, and women have been arrested for trying to start a feminist movement within China, right? But that doesn't matter because women in China have been saying the same thing as women here in the United States, all right? Plus, China gets no Western media. They don't get YouTube or TikTok. I mean, they have their own version of it, but they cannot access any Western media within mainland China. All of this indicates that's a problem that we men are having in the West with the women has nothing to do with feminism. So everything we have been experienced with the women here in the West, we've been blaming on feminism, but feminism is not really the cause. Back in the 70s and 80s, when I was young, all of us men knew that the girls who came from divorced parents will always give you the most problems. So just like today, girls raised in a single mother household are giving men the most issues. Now I'm 60, and all my friends who are still married today, wives, were raised to take care of the house and the family. So you can say that they were raised to be wives and mothers. In addition, all of these women, you can say, are raised to be wives and mothers who are still married today, even with grandchildren, were highly educated. So they were also raised to be independent women. And some of these women not only have highly educated, but they have master's degrees. But what they have in common is they all had a strong male role model as they were growing up. Even one of my female friends who claimed to be a feminist, her mother was from the old school in Europe. So she was raised to know how to take care of the house and the family. She got married at age 24 in the 80s, and she is still married today with grandchildren. This is more indication that the problem we're having with women here in the West or in the United States, Canada, and Europe is not feminism. Okay, now this next part is pretty important. Now she came from a divorced home, but she had a strong relationship with her father. Plus she had a strong relationship with her brothers who were 20 years older than she was. Plus her stepmother was also from the old school in Europe and also believed that women should know how to take care of the house and the family. So taking care of the house and the family was reinforced in her throughout her whole life and from many different people. They say that children raised in a single father household have the same chance of success when they become adults as children being raised in a two-parent household. Plus, data shows that children raised in a single mother household has an increased chance of drug addiction, going to prison, and promiscuity. Thus, their chances of becoming successful in life decreases. We men knew back in the 70s and 80s that the best girls to date were the ones who had strong relationship with their dads, or we called daddy girls. The ones who had a strong relationship with their father thus a strong male role model as she was growing up throughout her life. Thus, a strong male role model is very important for the development of a well-rounded um, female as she grows up. However, just because a girl has a father in the house doesn't mean that she was raised with a strong male role figure in her life. The father can be there physically, but checked out mentally, emotionally, or psychologically. He can be checked out for a lot of different reasons, such as he can be cheating on his wife, which can require a lot of time outside the home. He can be working 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. He can take little to no interest in what is going on within his household. He can also be beaten down so much by his wife that he has given up. So there are a lot of reasons why the husband might have been checked out. So he might be in the house physically, but he's not there mentally, emotionally, or psychologically. This results in a man who does not set rules or boundaries, which is very important. When this happens, the girl can grow up being spoiled and entitled. Being spoiled and entitled has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with coming from a rich or a poor family. Being spoiled and entitled comes from parents not setting rules and boundaries, not teaching the child how to be considerate towards others. She watches her mother using manipulation tactics, gaslighting, acting selfish, and entitlement to attain what she wants. Thus, her behavior is instilled to her at a very young age. Most never grow out of it unless they hit rock bottom when it comes to relationship. And many never grow out of it when they do hit rock bottom when it comes to relationships. Women in Vietnam, Thailand, and the Philippines are raised to be wives and mothers. But women in China, like many women in the United States, are not raised to be wives and mothers. Plus, did not have a strong male role model in their lives as they were growing up. Now, I'm not going to get into the details, but China had a one-child policy, meaning that each parent or couple could only have one child. In addition, because there is no Social Security or pension, the child is the parent's retirement plan. So many females in China were raised, spoiled, entitled, and were pushed by their parents to attain college degrees. Women in China were pushed by their parents to attain college degrees and get a good job, so to be able to earn enough money to be able to take care of their parents when they reached old age. This has resulted in more women in China having college degrees than men. And remember, women do not dig down, meaning that if she has a college degree, she wants her man to also have a college degree. So if she's earning $30,000 a year, she wants her man to at least earn $40,000 a year. That's just the way it is. That's universal in every culture, nationality, and every country. So even if there are 30 more million single men in China than there are single women, the ratio of marriageable women compared to men is 9-1. And in some cities in China, it's as high as 40-1, meaning that for every one marriageable man, he has 40 women to pick from, which also help explain why foreign men or passport brothers are so valued in China. If you got the money to come to China, indicates that the man is probably highly educated and has a good income. And a $40,000 a year income in China is considered upper middle class. So everything I just said indicates that feminism is not the problem. Women earning more than a man is not the problem. Women having a higher education is not the problem. The problem is that many of the women we men have problems with are women who were not raised to be wives or mothers. Plus, are the ones who did not have a strong male role model in their lives as they were growing up. Instead, they were raised to be strong, independent women, but never understanding that they can be strong and independent women while at the same time be wonderful wives. All of my female friends who got married in the early 20s, in the 1980s and 1990s, got college degrees, and some of them got master's degrees. So they are all strong, independent women, but they still took care of the home and the family. Thus, they are wonderful wives and they are amazing mothers. where most of the other women never came from a household where the parents showed what it's like to be in a truly loving and caring relationship or a marriage with a man. Kevin Samuels always said that women are wise before they get married. Now you know why. Now you know why you'll find more women overseas who are marriageable material compared to the West, compared to the United States. China has a ratio of 9 single women compared to 1 single man. Even with this ratio, many successful men in China still go to Vietnam, Africa, and Thailand, and Russia for wives. Now, many men in China do find good wives, but you just have to be careful. It's not like Vietnam where you find 90% of the women there will make great wives. Or else when you go to the Philippines, most of the province girls, make also fantastic wives. And even in Thailand, if you're in Thailand and you meet a girl working a respectable job, those women also make great wives. I got friends who met their Chinese wife here in America when they were in college, and they got married. Some of them are still married, and some of them are divorced. It seems like the ones who are divorced are the ones who have wives who is very entitled. Now, do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment all that stuff. So now you know what makes a good wife and why some women are good wives and make amazing mothers.